Welcome back to STSSGN. My name is Heiden, and let's get into some good news. Our first story is about a grade 7 class that together created an interesting dance party. They individually created characters for themselves in Adobe Illustrator and then animated them in the programming software Scratch. The result was a digital 7C dance party, and we think it looks great here. And now, over to our Prefects in training to introduce themselves.
Thank you, Heiden. My name is Jake Baverstock, and my favorite activities during quarantine have been climbing, hiking, and fishing with my family and the people I love. A fun fact about me is I make and sell stickers. Now passing it off to you, Olivia.
Thanks, Jake. Hi, my name is Olivia, and my favorite quarantine activity is currently having solo dance parties in my bedroom and going for a lot of DQ drive-thrus. Also, fun fact about me that not many people know about is I have collected over 400 four-leaf clovers. On to you, Angie.
Thank you, Olivia. Hi everyone, my name is Angie, and I am super thrilled to be one of your prefects for the next school year. Now, some of my favorite quarantine activities have been going down to Fish Creek Park and getting some ice cream at Annie's, as well as playing some guitar. Now, a quick fact about me is that I am a musician or artist on Spotify and Apple Music.
And now it's over to Arman for some birthday announcements.
Thanks, Heiden. Hi, my name is Arman, and welcome back to Birthdays of the Week. This week, we would like to wish a special happy birthday to Aria T in grade 3, Alex M and Farah K in grade 4, Summer O in grade 6, Tristan A in grade 7, Miller DG and Kate F in grade 8, Nathan H and Sabrina E in grade 9, Lucy C and Kaya W in grade 10, and Olivia J, Chanel L, and Amir S in grade 11. We hope you all have a great day. We would also like to wish Mr. Kerr and Mr. Taylor a special happy birthday. Hope you all get to enjoy the beautiful weather outside. On to you, Izzy.
Thanks, Arman. Hi, Spartans, and welcome back to Izzy's Game Corner. This week's activity is to get out and get active. This week, I'll be playing outside with my sister. You should try to get outside with your family, too. Now, on to Carly with the Parent Portal.
Thanks, Izzy. This week for our Parent Portal, we asked a few parents to talk about the bright side of being stuck at home. The Bojani family has rediscovered the joy of a board game and all the laughs it brings. Mrs. Shafina Mawani, mom of a grade 4 student, is grateful for the opportunity to spend more time together at home. Eating together, cooking together, talking together, and going for bike rides. Mr. Rohit Sharma, dad of a kindergarten and grade 6 student, was happy to finally get a puppy. And finally, Mrs. Jen Leedsau, mom of a grade 11 student, is grateful for the opportunity to get to explore small towns around Calgary and support their local businesses. Now on to Cecilia with a riddle.
Thanks, Carly. Hi, I'm Cecilia, and welcome to Riddle Me This. Last week's riddle was, if you live in a one-story house made entirely of redwood, what color are the stairs? The answer is that it's a trick question because there are no stairs in a one-story house. This week's riddle is, what is something that doesn't have skin, feathers, fur, or bones, but it has fingers and thumbs? Tune in next week to find out. Now on to you, Louisa.
Thanks, Cecilia. Hi, I'm Louisa, and I'm back with your fun fact of the week, and I was just reading my book. Did you know that it was said that American President Theodore Roosevelt read an entire book per day? That's a lot of reading. Anyways, that's all for me. Now on to Rex and Zaki with your Teacher's Corner of the Week.
Thanks, Louisa. Hello, STS community, and welcome back to Teacher's Corner. I'm Zaki.
And I'm Rex. Our first feature this week comes to you from Mr. MacDougall, who's going to give us an inside scoop on some animation work that he's been working on.
Hi, I'm Mr. MacDougall. Have you heard of VFX? Have you ever watched a 3D animated movie? Seen special effects in a movie? Or have you ever wondered what goes into making the characters in your favorite video game? As a new member of the design team, an avid video game player, 3D printing enthusiast, and all-around giant nerd, I felt this was the year to hone my skills and finally re-enroll in school as a 3D video special effects artist. Basically, I make stuff for video games. Oftentimes, you start with a simple concept and slowly build your way until you get to your final product. But in doing so, you have to go through many changes, other times basic to much more advanced. We'll often go from concept to our final product for games, ultimately trying to get something that can be used in a video game. Again, going from concept to something that can be used in a video game. So that's me. Can't wait to see everyone again next year.
Thanks, Mr. MacDougall. That's some incredible work.
And now it's time for this week's edition of Teacher's Corner Hot Seat, where another member of the English department has bravely accepted the challenge.
Roll the clip. Hello and welcome back to the Teacher's Corner Hot Seat. This is the show where Rex and I attempt to throw your teachers off by asking deceptively simple questions. Unfortunately, Rex wasn't able to make it today, so I'll be interviewing today's guest solo. Mr. Fink nominated him in last week's episode, and he graciously accepted the challenge. Some say that he can write an entire novel while simultaneously tearing up the bouldering wall, but all we know is he's called Mr. Petersen. Mr. Petersen, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
No worries, thanks for being here. My first question for you is very simple, and that is, what have you been up to during quarantine other than teaching?
Well, I've had a chance to spend a lot of time with my kids. Marion and Eric have been really busy with their school as well, and I've been doing a little bit of making grilled cheese sandwiches and going out and playing catch. So it's a little bit of everything.
That's awesome. So you've developed some new talents then.
Yeah, if you can call grilled cheese sandwich making a talent.
You're refining the art of it.
Sure.
And I don't mean to stereotype you as an English teacher, but I'm assuming you've been doing some reading recently. So if you have, what have you been reading lately, and do you have any recommendations for our school community?
I've been reading one that's honestly been a little slow. It's called Suttree. It's by Cormac McCarthy. So same guy that wrote All the Pretty Horses. That one's been pretty good. And I've been reading a lot of student work lately, which honestly has probably been a little bit better than some of the book I've been reading.
I was going to say the best kind of work, in my opinion.
That's right.
And speaking of English, this wouldn't be the hot seat without me putting a little pressure on you. So I'm about to play a game called Guess the Literary Work. And the rules are simple. I'm going to read excerpts of a passage from a novel or a poem. And within 15 seconds, you need to tell me who wrote it and what the excerpt is from.
Wow.
You up for the challenge?
I'll try.
All right, so let's start easy. The first quotation is, "To be or not to be?" That is the question.
Hamlet by Shakespeare.
And who said it?
Hamlet.
There we go. Making sure. The more detail, the better. All right. Your next quotation is, "How little we know of what there is to know."
Oh my goodness. How little we know of what there is to know. Oh. Sounds like Orwell, but I don't know if it is or not.
It's actually Hemingway. That was from
Oh no!
Don't worry, you can redeem yourself. You can redeem yourself. Okay, so let's increase the difficulty a bit, or maybe not. The quotation is, "That which we are, one equal temper of heroic hearts made weak by time and fate, but strong in will."
Okay, definitely sounds like Shakespeare, but I don't know that I'm familiar with the work.
That was Tennyson. That was Ulysses.
You know what? You're picking all my blind spots, of which I have many, but you're finding them.
There we go. Hey, I'm learning with you. On to the next one, and the quotation is, "There is a tree swinging, and voices are in the wind singing, more distant and more solemn than a fading star."
Oh, this is tough stuff for a Friday afternoon, Zaki.
Welcome to the hot seat.
There's nothing in my head on this one. I don't it almost sounds like a children's book, but I don't have it.
Just take a wild guess. Who do you think?
It sounded almost like something from Shel Silverstein, but I don't know.
That was T.S. Eliot. That was The Hollow Men.
That's like the farthest thing from a children's book. Okay, all right.
All right, and your final quotation is this. And yet here I stand, wallowing in my own sorrow, but there is a brighter future ahead, a brighter future tomorrow.
Okay, that sounds like Zaki Lakhani.
You know
I'm going to say that's an original.
Correct. The poem is untitled, and it was written by me 20 minutes before this interview. So
nice.
I'm really not expecting you to get that, but well done.
Yeah, I'm getting a little more familiar with your style, Zaki.
Oh man, maybe I showed my weakness on this one. I was hoping to get you.
Got me on all the other ones.
There we go. Well, thank you for playing and for being such a good sport. Do you have any final words for our STS community as they sort of, continue with quarantine? I know things are opening up soon, but just some general thoughts or wisdom you have to share. And then after that, I want you to tell me which STS teacher you'll nominate to be in the hot seat next week.
Well, I don't know that it's any wisdom, but I tell you for sure that as dire as things can look at times, there's been so many things that have been revealed to me that have been wonderful out of this time, and I hope everybody else is able to find similar things. And so enjoy what good is given you, for sure. But as far as another teacher goes, I think if Mr. Mercer hasn't been interviewed yet, I think he would be a pretty fantastic interview.
There you go, Mr. Mercer. The challenge has been posed, but will you accept it? We'll find out next week. Thank you again, Mr. Petersen. That was so much fun. And yeah, there we go. I guess I have to publish my own book soon and try and throw you off then.
Definitely. Thanks, Zaki.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Zaki and Mr. Petersen. Looks like Mr. Mercer's in the hot seat next week. Now let's pass it on to Steph for the Giggle Gallery.
Thanks, Rex and Zaki, and welcome back to the Giggle Gallery, where I'll be telling you the joke of the week. Why did the picture go to jail? Because he was framed. Up next, Griffin with announcements.
Thank you. And welcome back to the end of another episode of SGN. So let's quickly review some quick announcements. In terms of Trendy Tuesday, last week we had a Zoom background theme, and this upcoming week we will have a throwback theme. So get some vintage clothing that you have from either your parents or yourself. Just have a good time. Remember, it's all about building community and trying to have a good time where we can. So if you can, great. And remember, if you're interested in any extracurriculars, go to the Spartan Center to check out events regarding groups like the Student Council and the Prefects. There'll be, again, different PowerPoints with information letting you know different challenges and things that you can get involved in. So Spartans, remember to stay strong and have a good quarantine.